Hi there, this is Mr. Evans, and this video looks at motivation and specifically Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So Maslow is one of our motivational theorists. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs, hugely influential theory, many applications, not just within the business world. Teachers have to, it's part of the kind of PGCE qualification that training teachers go through. It's covered in a lot of fields, but Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a model of human motivation based on the fulfillment of various needs. Okay, it basically says that human behaviour is dictated by the desire of humans to fulfil basic needs. Their motivation to fulfil basic needs dictates their behaviour. There's a better definition. Suggesting behaviours are driven by the human desire to achieve the fulfilment of various needs. That's probably a better definition than the first one. So, this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, very basic representation of it. And there are 5 levels of need, and it's called a hierarchy because you need to work up from the bottom. Maslow said that people's most basic needs are their physiological needs, the need for food, shelter, water, sleep. Those things that are going to keep you going during the day. Now Maslow's theory is that you're not going to be able to perform at a particularly high level if you are hungry, tired, thirsty. Because that's what you're going to be focused on. You're not going to be able to be highly motivated to achieve, really exciting goals if you just can't concentrate because you haven't eaten for a good few hours. Bill Clinton, apparently, before he went into meetings with people, just thought, when's the last time this person ate? When's the last time they drank? Is this person ready to, have a good conversation with me? Okay, so physiological needs, really, really important. The next level that Maslow says, so once we've satisfied our hunger, our thirst, once we're well rested, etc., we're going to start to become concerned about safety. Again, if I'm worried about my own personal safety, I am not going to be in any position to be performing well at work. If I'm worried that the building's about to burn down, I'm not going to be concentrating on, my job, teaching well or anything like that. I'm going to be more concerned about, my safety and the safety of those people around me. So, safety needs come next, and that dictates my behaviour. If I'm feeling safe and I've had a decent meal and my physiological needs have been catered for, then we get into slightly higher level needs, our social needs, the need for kind of love and belonging and feeling like you've got a social group. Again, it's going to be hard to kind of concentrate and do your best at work or at school if you've fallen out with your friends. I mean, just think of the times that you've fallen out with friends or fallen out with someone. Okay, you're not really concentrating on your work then. You've kind of, it's a very basic need for socialisation. And if that's not being met, you're not going to be able to perform at the best level. The higher level needs are called self-esteem and self-actualisation. So the self-esteem need, once we've fulfilled those lower level needs on the hierarchy, I begin to want to get some recognition for what I'm doing. Somebody to recognise that I'm doing a good job, for your teacher to say, well done, that was a good essay or a really good effort was put in there. So once I feel that my efforts are being recognised, I do have those needs I do have self-esteem, and these needs have to be fulfilled according to Maslow before I can reach this kind of self-actualisation, this top of the pyramid. And self-actualisation is kind of a difficult term to define. It's kind of like being the best version of yourself. Am I being the best possible version of myself? I can't be that best possible version of myself if I'm worried about that I don't, I've fallen out with my friends, or I haven't eaten properly, or I'm worried about my own safety. So what Maslow said was it is up to businesses to kind of meet these needs. So businesses can maximise employee potential if they help their employees achieve their needs. So you might just want to think for a moment, how does school ensure that you meet your physiological needs for food, for water, for rest? And it's kind of similar for businesses. Businesses will provide canteens, lunch breaks, rest breaks, maybe somewhere with comfortable chairs where workers can go to relax to make sure their physiological needs are met. In terms of safety needs, well, schools have got fire alarms, and you do fire practice drills and those sorts of things. Businesses will do the same. They'll provide their workers with contracts, guaranteeing them hours, or some businesses will anyway. Pensions, all to help workers feel that their safety needs are being met. Health and safety training is a big part of that as well. In terms of social needs, well, sometimes businesses will do nights out, or put on a club, or I used to go to university in Bristol, and there's the old Cadbury's factory down the road in Keynsham had the football pitches at the Cadbury's factory were excellent, and they used to encourage their staff to play football together, so kind of meeting those social needs in a variety of ways. In terms of self-esteem, you get things like Employee of the Month, just your boss saying well done and taking the time to do that. Appraisals, one-to-ones, are an opportunity for employees' self-esteem needs to be met, for them to be told that they're doing a good job and well done. And if we can meet those needs, then we've got a chance of getting workers to be performing in a state of self-actualisation, where they're being the best version of themselves, where they're contributing as much as they can to the organisation. So what's the value of this theory? Well, it helps organisations to understand that motivated staff isn't just a one-off event. There's lots of needs that we need to fulfil if we're going to get employees operating at their highest levels. However, the approach does assume that all people have the same needs in the same order. There's a lot of debate about whether safety needs really do come after physiological needs. There's plenty of evidence from places where suicide bombings occur in crowded markets, where there's food. People avoid those places. So there's a couple of criticisms of the theory like that. There's been little rigorous testing of the model, particularly by Maslow himself, so it gets criticised for that. But it is overall very helpful way of businesses taking a kind of multifaceted approach to motivating their staff.